We're now going to move on to how to fit a mortised sash lock for a pocket door. Now these are subtly different as opposed to the normal sash lock, because if you measure with an ordinary sash lock, the door will hinge, open and close, and you require a catch, and that catch will then locate into a faceplate or a keeper. With a sliding door, the door in effect pulls back into the frame, so you have something, say for a bathroom or bedroom, to keep it private. And what we actually have in this case is a product like this. On the face of things, it looks very, very similar, but the subtle difference is when you turn the catch, a little hook comes out and actually hooks the door back into the frame. So that way there, the door won't actually slide back in itself. Okay, so the door we're using today is a door by a company called Geldwen. Very important this, when you come to positioning your sash lock, it's just to double check with your manufacturer door to find exactly where it goes. And some firms come in a meter, some don't. This particular door here, they say the block is coming in 900 mil from the bottom to the center of the lock. So with that in mind, the first thing I'm going to do is get a tape measure to there, strike a line, and then we're going to mark the center of the lock. So we now have the center of the door marked out nicely. Next thing to do is to actually measure how wide this particular lock is. Saying on here 100 mil, so I'm going to strike a line 50 mil either side of that. So the next task is to mark a dead center line on here for drilling out. This door's 35 mil thick, so it's going to be 17.5 mil on the set square here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is measure how deep the body is. In this case here, it's coming out about 57 millimeters. So as to avoid taking out too much wood, I've come here and I've put a little bit of red tape on here at 60 mil. That allows us to stop each time it goes to the block.
Once you have your measurements, it's time to drill out all wood from the block in the door. Start with several holes around 12 millimeters thick from end to end of your lock measurements. Then use a sharp chisel to create an opening for your lock. Next, place the lock into this hole and mark the 2 screw holes either side of the lock and create some pilot holes. Then reattach the lock. With a sharp Stanley knife, make a clear marking around the lock. This is to help when chiseling out the remainder of the lock. Now, using your chisel, slowly and carefully chisel out a shallow recess for the face of the lock. Now, reinsert the lock to ensure the fitting is correct.
We've now got the lock mortised out. We've cut a little rebate here for the face. The next thing we need to do is to offer it up from the side, line up perfectly, and put a mark on the opening of the release here. And the next thing to do now is to, in effect, scribe that across down to the other side, match it through, and drill from both sides. We're now going to be moving on to the striker plate, which we need to get fitted into this side of the door here. So need some fairly careful consideration with this one here. So if I was to open this up fully so you can see what's going on.
With the lock extended, you can see there is a flat area to the lock that hooks into place. Offer the striker plate up to the face of the lock and align the top screw on the face and the top of the striker plate. Ensure the hook can move freely. Next, Mark off the bottom of the striker plate and follow this marking around the edge of the door. Mark the corresponding line to the end piece, and this will give you the bottom of your striker plate measurement. With this now in the correct placement, mark both screw holes and the opening for the hook. Using a sharp Stanley knife, cut around the lock. Once happy with the markings, begin to drill out and chisel the opening for the hook and the shallow recess for the striker plate itself. Please take your time with this process to achieve the best look possible.
As with all pocket doors, when that door's fully pushed back and is on its stoppers, you sort of can't really get and grip anything on the door. It's a bit sort of, yeah, get your fingers in there. And this is why we have this thing called sort of an edge pull. And what we do is we get a 25mm bit, we'll cut off a hole, probably using a little bit of glue adhesive, we'll tap it in there, and what we'll do is you'll then pull the door to close it.
Thank you for watching this video. If you need further information or want to buy a Screenio pocket door, please head to suffolkpocketdoor.co.uk. Or if you need any help with your installation or just advice on what pocket door solution to buy, please give us a call. Thank you.